Hello survivors, welcome to another Tower of Babel, Survivors of Chaos. Today we're going to be doing the 6th floor. We did do 7th floor. I want to show you this boss fight. It's a really cool one, quite difficult. So the first thing we're going to look for is resurrection, and then there are some skills like Dagger and a Frost Spark it's called. They're going to be really awesome for us to be using for this, so let's hope that we can get them. I am going to grab the life regen over here. Life regen is going to be very important, so when we do get hit, we can actually regen all that damage that we take. Resurrect is going to be very important, like I mentioned, so if we do land up losing a life, then at least everything around us will land up disappearing. A plus 30% increased damage, that's fantastic, because that works on everything, so everything in the game just got 30% increased damage. Lightning Wave, Sanctuary, and Earth Spark. No, we can actually get rid of Earth Spark and Sanctuary. That's for another time. Here's a beautiful the game knew I wanted Earth Spark. There we go. 31 damage, but it's going to go up by 40%, which should be 40% of 30 is what, 12? So it should go to about 43 as soon as we pick it up, and we can go and take a look, and it's 43.7. Fantastic. And this works just like Dagger, so that's really cool. And it deals quite a lot of damage. And then if you get piercing, then obviously you're going to have a lot more. We're going to go with critical hit chance. We do have our resurrect already, so that's really cool. And then life regen again. Beautiful. Just so if we do take damage, we can at least regen the life. Frost arrow is also a really nice one to grab, but I want that critical hit damage. We did take crit chance. Maybe Frost Arrow will return when we get a plus to it instead of just a 1 level. But that would be a nice skill to show you, because I do have a unique that goes with that weapon. I mean that skill. My helmet is a unique that makes it so that the Frost Arrow splits on hit. So pretty cool. Alright, if you've noticed, I always run in like a clockwise direction instead of up and down or left and right, and it just helps. So there's Frost Arrow, we'll just grab it because that was only +1 over there. So we've got this helmet over here, Shattering Explosion, which means that Frost Arrow will shatter in 3 ice shards randomly on hit. And then if we get a lot of projectile amount for that, that's going to help, and then just a lot of damage is going to make it deal even more damage. Alright, basic attack +2. I will definitely take that. And now we're just looking for lightning strike, but for some reason the game's giving us a lot of ice. It does work for us because, yep, there's Blizzard. It does work really well for us because we do have the gloves that make it so that damage controlled or crowd controlled enemies take increased damage by 35%, which means that when they're chilled, I believe chilled counts as crowd controlled, so they do take more damage from the ice skills. Getting something like Ice Orb will also really help because it has that really high AoE kind of thing because it hits everything around us. But these chilled enemies should be taking more damage. It's quite difficult to test, but as far as I understand, it is definitely working with slowed enemies. This is quite a tanky elite. He is defeated now. Oh, that's bad. Don't want those right now. Alright, I think we'll grab a Purge. No, it's not. I don't want Purge. I don't want Blizzard either. I just want Lightning Strike. I need Lightning Strike, and then I need cast speed. Okay, finally, there's Lightning Strike, so it's there. It's in the mix, so that's fantastic. And then we will bless the skill so it can show up more often. Lightning Strike does stun enemies as well. We do get Dagger and we do get cast speed. So I'm going to bless cast speed. I'm just going to take the Dagger because it works the same way as the Frost Spark. in which when you are hitting a specific enemy, all of those are going to hit that specific enemy. So it really does help with single target damage, and because we're doing a boss fight, it's really going to help us with that. So single target damage for boss fights is really, really good. Obviously AoE skills are a little bit more hard because half the time they miss the boss. So in terms of damage, we want that single target damage. 20% increased XP gain over there, beautiful increase. More XP means more level ups means more damage. Our sparks range increase. As you can see, our spark really doing quite a lot of damage already, which is fantastic. And the daggers doing quite a lot. You'll notice even though daggers won't be a high level at the end of the round, whether we lose or win, the damage amount that the daggers do is going to be really high. I mean, 75% damage on level 1 is massive. But I mean, that's also based on my blessings and things like that. So because I am level 6 blessing, that does make a big difference. Increase our projectile count. And we can use our special attack to freeze enemies, which gives us a walkway through them. So as long as enemies are frozen, they can't hit you, and that helps us. Alright, 40% increased XP gain. I'll take that over basic attack. Might come and bite me in the butt, but I'm happy with that. We did take a resurrect. Yes, we do. Perfect. Not gonna grab those. So over here, we'll just grab the basic attack. Now, attack speed is for your basic attack, and cast speed is for all your other spells. Just so you, in case you're wondering. So increasing our cast speed, we've got a ring with lightning strike. It falls 1 by 1 in sequence. Projectile count effect changes to cooldown reduction, prioritizing the elite enemies. So we want, we actually want projectile count, because that just decreases the cooldown of the skill. I thought it was the other way around. I thought I needed cast speed on the skill, but we don't. We actually need... Man, this is trash. I think Meteor was in the demo. And Phoenix is just, it really doesn't help me with the visuals. I'm very bad at seeing things if Phoenix is on the screen. We'll do another video on those skills. There's still so many skills to show you, but today, those ones don't help us with boss fights. They're AoE skills. So Fire has a lot of AoE, and not really, I mean, there's Fire Orb, which is new. There's the Meteor that you just saw, the Phoenix, and then there's one more Fire skill. I can't remember which one it was. But yeah, there's 4 of each skill type. I'm sure we'll find it. Oh, that's going to be amazing. Look at those beautiful stats over there. I will take that. Dagger just got insanely strong. And it gets critical hit chance, which a lot of skills don't often get. Okay, we're going to go for the critical hit chance over here. It's 7% to everything. Even though Dagger's next level is 10% for critical hit chance. So getting more levels onto Dagger will be really good. Lightning Wave might be decent here just as a defensive skill, so that enemies that are really close to us also get hit. However, its damage is very lackluster. Oh, this is... I'm gonna go... Oh, this is... That's such a tough decision, but Lightning Strike just deals way too much damage. So, I mean, over here it's 38 damage. This one is 267. So, really, it's a big difference. So, Lightning Strike is definitely the skill to take over that one. Another Resurrection, always good to have multiple. They will be used, unfortunately. Maybe not, maybe by some luck they won't. I am going to grab mana regeneration over here. The reason for that is because there are a lot of times, and it's coming, it will come at about 4, 5 minutes, 6 minutes left of the run. There's going to be times where we have... There are going to be times where we are only able to use our special ability to survive. So we need to check that out and see what's happening. Or use it to our advantage. Not check it out. There's Ice Orb. We are going to grab it just because of the AoE chill. And then you can see, obviously if you ran manual targeting at times, so maybe like the boss fights, if we manually target, it would be better. There we go. He has a magnet. It would be nice if magnets pulled the gold into you as well, but they don't. And because it's a boss fight and we're not necessarily farming, I'm not putting curse up. If I'm farming for like gold or for items or something like that, and I start off with a really strong build, then I will actually run with curse. Because it just makes sense. Why not have more enemies in the game for you to defeat, so that there's a high chance of you getting uniques and stuff, or legendaries, whatever you want to call them in this game. It feels very empty right now. Alright, this dude's going to get wrecked. There you go. I think we either defeated that one elite way too quickly or something, because the game feels quite empty right now. I think we're just too strong. Alright, more life regen. Defenses are very important, especially if you want to win the round. Or at least in my opinion they are, because stray bullets can defeat you. That's also subjective to gear as well as your blessings. So level 7 dagger. It doesn't show you the amount of crit it actually has. That could be quite a nice stat to have as well inside the display. So when you right click, it will actually show you the critical strike chance. Because I think skills do have different base crit chances. I mean, they usually do that in games. But you can definitely see the crits making a big difference over here. So critical damage will be a really big modifier to damage as well. And this is where things like your... Oh man, what is going on with the XP gain today? We're already... I didn't even notice... Okay, maybe that's why we're so strong. I didn't even notice it. We're already level 39. Alright, we get another resurrection. Trust me, I am going to need them. Okay, maybe I don't need them, but it allows me to be more reckless. Let me rather say that. So it means I can just stand and wail on the boss without worrying about whether I'm being hit or not. Increase the dagger. I think that was critical strike chance, I don't actually know, but dagger is going to be our saving grace against the boss fight. Got basic attack upgrade. Frost arrow can be increased now. We don't have any more rerolls, so we just got to take what the game's giving us right now. And we just got to keep getting levels. It's awesome. This is amazing. Alright, +7 to critical strike chance. It would have been nice if it was like a +3 upgrade over there, but it is what it is. We can't really do much about that. Anyway. Got a frog in my throat. Ah, look, it's a elite doggo. He went to the crematorium. What are other ways that we can say that we lost him in battle? Alright, it's +9 to the R spark. It's now on, what's that, 60? Oh, actually, that's a good... 63%. So it looks like it adds the base amount. So its base damage was 30%. So the 10% increase to damage was based on the 30%, not the 60%. So it is additive, not multiplicative, which is interesting. Good to know. Grab the XP gain. I thought I had a piece of gear that had increased XP gain. I think I do. It had to do with its enhancement. That's all range. There we go. Got 0 plus 61 meters. So if you've noticed, we pick up gems closer than you do, and we didn't pick up the plus gem radius or XP radius beforehand, and that's how we did it. But critical damage increase, that's beautiful. Ooh, hitting 4,000 damage. I think that's the highest I've hit so far. Taking unnecessary damage. I do have a cape, which actually allows us... I'm going to go basic attack here. I've got a cape that gives us critical hits on cold skills, have a increased slow effect. But I'm sure I had somewhere where skills can heal me somewhere. I need a new belt, ladies and gentlemen. Chance to recover life on hit. That's not the one I thought it was. Okay, no, I didn't. I thought I had a piece of gear that had like cold skills have a chance of healing on crit or whatever the case is, but turns out it wasn't that. It was just chill. I made a grave error. But that's why we got life regen, so that when I do take damage, it's not too big of a deal. It's a big deal when you take multiple stacks of damage, but over here, lightning strike can be increased. And I must remember, if we do get an increase to projectile count, a really high amount, then that's going to do a lot for us. And lightning strike. Okay, I mean, hello, thank you so much for giving me a +3 to our basic attack. I will most definitely take that. When things go right for you in this game, it is fantastic. But there are times like... okay, so this is on the 0.7. Oh, but that projectile counts as the cooldown. So like 1.8 seconds on frost arrow, right? If we go back to it now, it is on a 1.5 second cooldown. So that is huge, actually. It's 0.3 seconds is massive. And that's going to be on every skill, not just a frost arrow, which wasn't even a high level. Think about the daggers now. They're on 0.7. So massive amounts of damage increase there by a little bit of one spell, just increasing our cast frequency like that. Alright, we get a level 10 dagger. I would have liked, if we got like just projectile count over there without another skill that we were going to be using or something, then we would have taken it, but daggers are going to carry us very far. Okay, our spark level 10 as well. Do keep in mind, the first time I beat this boss, before I had the equipment that I did have, I had a +16, or like, I mean, here you go, +13. I had even higher level skills before that, so I got really lucky when I did the boss fight. Like, I'm getting really lucky right now, and it just happens. So I've tried this run 3 times already. Just so you guys, like, I want to be transparent here. Don't expect to necessarily get the exact same things that's happening with me. It took me a long time to just survive this long, and a lot of attempts and heartache. Even to do this video, it took me multiple attempts. But here's the boss, Hellblossom. Oh, absolutely wrecking the boss with the daggers and the frost spikes. The first time I fought him, oh my goodness, we absolutely destroyed the boss. And we get a unique belt, exactly what we needed. It probably won't be stronger than the belt we have, but it will have a unique modifier. So let's go take a look at what that belt is. Look at the R spark damage and the DPS on the daggers. Again, Dagger DPS is insanely strong. It's probably because of crit, but it is what it is. Let's go take a look at what that belt was. And that's that, ladies and gentlemen. Now you know how to absolutely wail on that boss. So there you go. It is actually better in some terms. Blizzard skill duration isn't that great, but it does give us a little bit of intelligence, pierce chance to recover life on kill again, and recover life every 3 seconds. So that's okay. I don't know if I'll equip it right now. Maybe we'll find something a little bit better, so we'll just do that. And then maybe there's a ring over here. Let's have a look over there. No, my current ring is blessing level 4. This is blessing level 2. So the stats aren't going to be as good. And that's just some stuff. So yeah, interestingly enough, that's a skill ban and skill identification. I like skill reroll. And we're also running a intelligence build. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. And always remember, keep safe, survivors. Until next time, cheers.